Today, we are going to explore a really powerful, kind of counterintuitive idea that could completely change the way you work, think, and create. We're talking about the unseen fuel and how balancing your own energy can be the key to sparking your best ideas. We're going to unpack the real science behind your best ideas and show you why your energy, and not just your effort, is your greatest creative asset. So let's get right into it. You know this story, right? I mean, it's everywhere. Our whole culture is built around the hustle, the grind. We're told that to be innovative, you just have to push harder, work longer, and literally force those brilliant ideas out. We treat our own creativity like it's some kind of machine. But, and this is the big question for today, what if that's all wrong? What if we've been looking at this completely backward? What if the true engine of creativity isn't about brute force, but about cultivating the right internal state through balanced energy? To really get this, we've got to look under the hood, right into our own brains. This is the neuroscience behind that amazing aha moment, that feeling when a solution just seems to pop into your head out of nowhere. Okay, so check this out. Your brain pretty much operates in two main modes. On the left, you've got fight or flight. This is your brain on stress and pressure. Your focus gets super narrow, you're just trying to survive. Now, that's great for getting a specific task done fast, but it absolutely crushes creativity. But on the other side, you've got rest and digest. This is a state of strategic calm. It's what allows for divergent thinking, your brain's ability to explore tons of different solutions. This is creation mode. And the star player here is something called the default mode network, or DMN. Just think of it as your brain's own internal internet. It only really switches on when your mind is at rest or wandering. Like when you're taking a shower or going for a walk and suddenly an idea hits you. That's the DMN at work. It's connecting all these random, forgotten ideas from your brain's archives and mashing them together to form something new. So, no rest, no DMN, and, well, no breakthrough ideas. It's that simple. So, if we don't manage our energy, what's the actual cost? Because it's not just about feeling tired. When your energy is out of whack, there are these hidden costs that are actively, silently killing your ability to innovate. And here's what that looks like. When you're running on empty, you get creative blocks. Your brain just defaults to the old, easy answers. Your body senses risk everywhere, so your fear of failure goes through the roof. You have way less patience and empathy for your coworkers, which just destroys collaboration. And finally, you become super rigid, totally unable to adapt to change, which is, the one constant in any innovative field. Okay, enough of the problem. Let's talk solutions. This is where we get really practical. We're going to go through 4 super actionable rituals that you can start using today to build up your creative capacity by properly fueling your mind. So here's our game plan. First, we're going to master the strategic pause. Then, we'll talk about fueling for cognitive flexibility. After that, we'll learn to embrace rest as a real tool. And finally, we'll touch on how to cultivate positive emotional energy. Ready? First up, the strategic pause. And honestly, this is a huge mindset shift. We have to stop thinking of breaks as wasted time. Because the truth is, innovation isn't born during the frantic work. It's born in the quiet spaces between the work. So how do you actually do it? It's really simple. Schedule little 10 to 15-minute breaks just to let your mind wander. And this is key, they have to be phone-free. Just stare out a window. Listen to some music. Another great trick, change your scenery. If you're stuck on a problem, get up and go to a different room. Or better yet, step outside. That simple physical shift can be enough to break a mental logjam and get that creative default mode network firing again. All right, next up, let's talk about actual literal fuel. What you eat and drink has a direct and pretty immediate impact on your brain's performance and its ability to think flexibly and creatively. And this is so straightforward, but we all forget it. Just focus on foods that give you sustained energy. Things like healthy fats from avocados or nuts, antioxidants from berries, lean proteins. And seriously, hydrate. Even being just a little bit dehydrated can cause brain fog and just totally crush your creative thinking. So keep that water bottle close. Okay, ritual number 3 is a big one. We have to completely reframe how we think about rest. Sleep is not a luxury. It's not a sign of weakness. It is an absolutely non-negotiable biological requirement for a creative, high-performing mind. So you have to protect your sleep. Make those 7 to 9 hours a real priority. But here's an amazing tip for during the workday. It's called non-sleep deep rest, or NSDR. You can just look these up online. They're basically short, guided meditations that put you in a state of deep relaxation without you actually falling asleep. Seriously, just 10 or 20 minutes of this can be as restorative as a nap, but without that groggy feeling afterward. It's a game changer. And that brings us to our final ritual, which is all about your emotional state. It's an incredibly potent kind of energy. Emotions like awe, gratitude, and curiosity, they aren't just fluffy feelings. They are powerful fuels for your creative brain. And the cool thing is, you can actually generate these emotions on purpose. So literally, schedule awe into your calendar. Go to an art museum, watch a documentary about space, take a walk in nature. These experiences help quiet your inner critic and open your mind up. Another great tip: keep a success file, just a document or folder with past wins and positive feedback. When you're feeling drained, open it up for a quick hit of confidence and positive energy. So, when you put all of this together, what do you get? You get a whole new way of thinking about high performance. It's all about optimizing the one thing we've been taught to ignore: our energy and our rest. So, if you remember one thing from this whole explainer, let it be this: stop seeing rest as a weakness. That is the old, broken model. The new paradigm is to start treating rest in all its forms as your single most powerful, most strategic tool for innovation. I'll just leave you with this final thought, which I think says it all, really. Your greatest idea, that breakthrough you've been working so hard for, it isn't on the other side of more work. It's waiting for you on the other side of rest.